Well, folks, we are back with a live stream. I wonder why I haven't been down here in so long. I was just like the Nationals on the repair bench. But we're gonna see if anyone shows up. I actually had a talk with YouTube, and we didn't really get it sorted out, so it doesn't matter. We're just gonna keep streaming, I guess. It was kind of funny because the dude was like, someone here. Every time someone's here, I always feel like those people like, state your name and leave a like. I want to know who's here. And subscribe. But he was like, well, nothing's wrong with the algorithm. It's working as it should. So working as it should is giving people a view. So I guess that's the thing we learned today. And I said, and he's like, is there anything else that, he's like, everything's working. Nothing needs fixed. And I was like, yeah, something does need fixed. And he's like, that's how the algorithm works. I was like, no, the algorithm works on who you decide to put on the feed. The algorithm is just kind of messed up. So, I guess whatever, but like right now on Jan 6 Traxxas, I would have like 20 people already. Now I have like none. But I'm gonna do a thing where I'm gonna try to stream basically. It's gonna be like a work in progress. But I'm gonna try to stream from, because my hours used to change. So I would not stream consistently. I would be like 2, 5, 6, 8, sometimes even 9. Like I would stream all over the board, and then 5 and 6 really started clicking. I remember that's on Hobby Time with Luke, the old days when everybody would show up and all that, and then everybody would show up, and then it changed, and then I started streaming around 7, and then just this like last year, like around then, like every time I got flagged from someone reporting me, that was a whole different flag, and it would change. So I think one time I streamed around like 1, and then it went to 3, and then it went to 5 or 6, and then it went to like 7, and then it went back to like, and then it went to like 4. So yeah, I just probably gotta figure out my time again. So I'm gonna stream. Like, it's gonna be a work in progress, but I'm gonna do a stream. I'm gonna try out every hour from 12 to um 12 to like maybe 8, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll go that late. But and then we'll just see what happens. Because right now I've seen 2 people pop in and out, so we're just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna turn the TV on because I figured out that actually is getting me a view. So that actually messes up the algorithm. I figured out because I saw a video that says, "Do not try to get yourself views because you'll end up flashbanging yourself basically, and it will look like." I said, "Hey, can you call like 100 of your friends and watch the video? That looks like it's like a virus." Like my dad actually got like a 1 month like ban because somehow his friend Brandon had like 100 people um look into it, and they were in the wrong. Once again, YouTube's always wrong, and they ended up banning him, thinking that somehow he hacked into YouTube's algorithm. Hey Jared, how are you? And he somehow hacked into YouTube's algorithm and had about 1,000 views watching, but somehow he got flagged for it. So, like, and it was like maybe like 50 views he got from like his other friends and stuff. But like, I was like, really? I didn't know that. So, dude, what does that mean? The layout or the story I was telling? Yeah, so don't try to get yourself views because it basically hydroplanes it. Because, like, the algorithm is basically, supposedly, what I was told today by this YouTube guy who clearly didn't know much. but I googled it and it did seem to be true. So maybe he was right about that. But he did say don't try to get yourself views on live streams or anything because that will basically crash it. Because then it will look like you're cheating almost. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I haven't turned the TV on. I like the TV on though because there's a lot of times where someone's like, I can't hear you or something, or you're glitching really bad or whatever. So I like to have the TV on to see from another account's perspective to see what it's seeing. But whatever. Hey Jared, if you could do me a favor and subscribe to the channel and subscribe to the channel I have link in bio. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of April, but yeah, I'm kind of being blacklisted by YouTube right now because somehow I was flagged for not having a parent in the room for like 15 seconds of the stream. So, and then they flagged me and they're blacklisting me since. So I kind of got to restart. So right now I used to have like 20 people on the stream already, and then ever since December 17th when they took it down, um, I can't get anything more than like 5. So text your friends if you're willing and tell them to watch, and that'd be really help. So we gotta just get the algorithm back to liking me. So thank you. So I need to figure out this too, because I actually kind of got out of trains for a while due to a lot of things like my interest peaked back up. I don't have any friends. Oh no, I'm sorry. Um, my interest kind of peaked down in trains because I took a break from trains. Because the only problem is, I feel like what's the point of doing trains just sitting here and running them by yourself? But that's kind of the fun of it. I'm actually gonna come out with a video on my JNC's mainline, just about trains channel, of basically like, yes, I did get the idea from RBP trains. I don't want to call it a copy, but I did get the idea. So um, I'm not gonna be like take full credit, but basically what he did is he just did a 30-minute video of just trains running. So I want to kind of do that with mine because he has like the DCC version, and I want to do a DC version, which is probably a lot less cool if I'm being honest, because DCC is sound, sound equipped, digital command control instead of just digital control. Why are you getting blacklisted? That's the $1,000,000 question, Jared. So basically, on December, so like 3 months ago, um, or no, like 3 months before December. I'm not really supposed to talk about this, but I'm really not gonna care because I'm not getting not very many views anyway. But I was making a decent amount of money on getting gifts and super chats and supers. There was one time I actually almost got scared to see 150 180 people watching my live stream. That was the most I've ever seen. I was kind of like scared because I was put under the spotlight and I was getting all kinds of supers and I got my first payment. And then you're supposed to have this rule where any kid under 16 gets they have to have a parent in the room all times or at least checking in. And literally 15 seconds of the live stream, my mom and dad were literally on their way to come in to say hi, and they shut me down and all of that. But I was getting like thousands of views, dude. And then on December 17th, like 20 seconds in, they shut it off, and they've been blacklisting me ever since. Like I know I was making you good money because they take 10%. I only make 10%. They take the other 90. So if I make like $100, for example, they get a grand. So yeah. So and now I can't get more than right now. I got one person, and I used to get like 100. So pretty ridiculous. And I even got on with the dude. He's like, I said, all right, I'm not gonna try to be a jerk here, but I know something's wrong. I know I'm rather being blacklisted. I know I'm not doing something wrong because I've changed it up. I've been doing the same thing I've been doing the whole time, and it's just something happened. But what I think is really stupid is they changed it to 16 when I finally made the criteria to the previous age, and then they changed it. So I finally was gonna meet the requirements, and then they raised it 5 years, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So yeah, but apparently a lot of sketchy things were happening, and I can relate to that. I had a guy named John who came in to my stream again when I was getting views, and I had all my people on with me, and that was kind of a weird week because I had like 5 scenarios. Two of them were me, two of them were my other train buddies, and then one of them was like a train buddy I just kind of met. So one of them, his name is Trains to Planes. Two of them happened to him, and then there was two of them that happened to my other train buddy, Hobby Time with Luke, and then two of them happened to me. So there was one with Hobby Time with Luke where this dude was like, "I'll pay you $1 to show your feet." It was just weird. And then there was one with Trains to Planes. It was like, "I'll pay you. I'll do a super chat for $2 if you like end the stream right now." Just trying to get him to cooperate. It was just the weirdest thing. And then I had this thing where I was talking about with Trains to Planes. This is why I have Instagram now, so we can privately message. And there was like 7 people on. I didn't think much of it, and I really needed a helper at the time. I really needed a moderator to help remove these weird comments that were calling me the G word and just dumb stuff, and I do not accept bad language in there. Because then, like the 6-7 thing, everybody jumps on that freight train, and it just becomes one person turns into 30 people doing it. So if one person they got 3 strikes, I'll tell them no. I'll tell them no again, and then they'll do if they do it again, and then if they go to a fourth time, they're done. They're kicked out. I throw them out. But it was kind of hard. It got out of control with me trying to run the trains, and then come over here and remove them and say that. So I needed a channel moderator to do that for me while they're watching. And it's just kind of a thing where I can make them like a secondary person. There is a like I forget what it's called. I could probably do it real quick. No, I'll tell you in just a second. So I could basically put you as a moderator. It says I can't because I have over 7 of my trusted train friends, so I'd have to remove one, which I can't right now because they're not here. But I could do a managing moderator or I could do a standard moderator. So basically, it says I have everybody as a standard. They can remove or review messages or put users and throw them out. A managing is can block words. Basically, they're just a second one of me. They can do exactly what I can. End the stream if they wanted. But I just don't like that. Oh, Dan! See, Dan the Breaking Newsman is one of my moderators. He's one of my 7. I haven't seen you in forever, dude. That's awesome. So basically, what the John guy did, I was trying to explain to Trains to Planes, like, "Hey, would you be interested in this? Because I need somebody to help." And this dude's like, "I'll pay you $1 to put me as your moderator." And I said, "No, I'm sorry, I can't." I was really cool. I was like, "I'm sorry, I can't do that because I've known Trains to Planes for a year and a half now, and I can trust him. I don't want it to sound rude, but I can't fully trust you yet because I just met you on stream." And he goes, "I'll pay you $5." And I said, "Dude, no." And then he said, "I'll pay you 100." And I said, "No." And then Trains to Planes was in it, and like 3 other people were in it. And then he just kept going. It went up to like $2,000. And I was like, "No way." And I was like, "I'm not gonna say show me the money first or whatever." I was like, "Dude, you can rather stop or you can leave." And I said, "And you could take me, or I will just remove you myself." And he was like, "Well, bro, I can get you terminated, man. You won't ever stream again. You know, this YouTube will never see your face again. And I want to be a moderator." And I said, "Yeah." Oh, I don't like you. You don't like you. Not me. And then basically he was like, "I'm gonna get you terminated, bro," and all that. And then I just was kind of getting scared and ended the stream so I could get rid of him. And um, I was like, okay, I shouldn't have done that because I had all the power there, but I didn't want him to go make up some lie to YouTube because they're already against me. So I just ended the stream, and then I had a bunch of other people. We were all talking about trains, and he goes, "Look who it is," and I was like, "I'm gonna go get my mom because I'm not gonna be pushed around by you. He says, "Go get your mommy." And then he came. My mom came, and then he kind of like disappeared. And I said, "Where'd you go? Did you get scared?" And he goes, "Nope, still here, still waiting to be a moderator." And then one of my awesome people said she came back, Mara Railfan, and she was like, I reported him, and I was like, no way. And she was like, he's done. And they ended up taking his channel down, and they banned him from YouTube supposedly because she went back and checked, and it was so basically if that ever happens. So if you have like a previous thing, so where, for example, you could click on his profile, and then it will you can click on it, but when it comes there, it will say no data found, or like you'll have this little like astronaut thing, and it'll be like nothing here. It just will basically be a blank page with something in the middle, and that means they're gone. That means they've either deleted their account, got removed, or whatsoever. So it was pretty funny. It always has karma has a funny way of flushing those out. So yeah, but I'm just gonna try to start streaming again. Yeah, I'm never gonna quit because somebody's telling me that. I mean, haters hate, man. Haters love to hate, so it's just it sucks. But I really wish we could not hate so much in this world because eventually it's gotten a lot worse, even in the last 2 years. And I even had a guy come on today and just be like, start talking politics already. I'm like, I don't even know that much. So I don't even care about politics. I'm just a kid with trains, so I don't even know half of that stuff. And I don't care about that stuff because the internet obviously tells you lies. And I can't be. I love sports like the Avalanche, the Nuggets, and like there's all kinds of always rumors like for example like Tom Brady has been traded to the Denver Broncos, and trains and hiking, yeah, the Denver Broncos, and then there'll be this fake rumor, and then everybody will start believing it, and it never happened. So like you always see our rumors like we have our 3-star players like Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic, and we'll always see these rumors like Nikola Jokic died in a car crash, or Jamal Murray is like not cooperating and threatening trade in locker room, and I'll just have all these fake rumors, and then you'll Google it, and it's not even real. Or here's the main one: Jamal Murray is out for the season due to a torn Achilles, which is like really bad injury. Like normally you have to have surgery to get it repaired, and it's just like one of the worst things that can happen to your leg next to breaking it. It's actually worse because it's muscle. Bones heal way faster than that does. It takes like 2.5, 3 years to heal. So, yeah, that's what. So you always have to see it, and that just happened a couple weeks ago, and it was like, no way. But that's why I don't care. And this dude was like, all talking to me about it, and then I was like, I don't do politics because I'm already just like on edge about all the times people have asked me, and I said, I don't do it. Don't ask. I'm not doing this. And he's like, Are you American? He's like, "Are you American?" And I just was like, "I'm done." And then he like reported me. I was like, well, the good news is when there's a difference between YouTube flagging you and someone flagging you. Someone flagging you, YouTube legally has, I should say legally, but two guidelines and rules. They lead they have to go back and watch the so like your content has been taken down from what happened at 2 minutes and 14 seconds to 2 minutes and 13 seconds, which is normally when the stream ended. So they have to go back and look at that to see if I get banned from doing something bad, or if I get my live streaming access back because he was in the wrong. So and normally they do it like within a week. But if they do it and they take me down, then I will be done for like a couple months. The longest I've had it was 6 months. So yeah, I'm already getting more people. I mean, there's not 6 people is way better than I've had. What's new on your train setup? Not much. I have not been doing much. Oh, dude, I was gonna ask you, Trains and Planes. I was thinking sometime this week, if you are available, I don't know what time works for you, but I was gonna do a collaboration with you since we have Instagram and I can send you the link. Because the only problem is I do a collab with a lot of people, but the only problem is if I send a link in a public comment section, then anybody can join. So literally, you have to like join the link and then I have to delete it. But since we have Instagram, I don't think I can do Sunday. Oh, maybe it depends. I might be able to do it around like 2, but I don't know what that time is for you. Is that like 8? That'd be 9, because you're 7 hours ahead of me. So you in UK. But I'm really sorry about, because I know you guys do care about the training month. That will not be happening this month or next, or maybe even the following, because I'm completely draining out a bunch of my money, because of, okay, I don't know if I'm doing it Sunday though, so it might be Monday, but, I've been draining a bunch of my money because I have a couple cool video ideas that cost a lot, so I'm thinking, might as well, if I'm not getting a ton of views on trains right now, um, might as well do this because this summer video is going to be sweet. So, but I also wonder if it's because it's kind of being warm outside. Not a lot of people are inside, especially the kids, because they're probably sick of school and like I want to go outside. They're not going to be inside watching YouTube because think the days back from August to like December 15th is when it's cold and summer's winding down. So I just kind of think, even my dad says, a lot of other YouTube people say summer is one of the worst times to post. I could be totally wrong, but that's what I've heard, and that's what it seems like. So this was just kind of a live stream to update you guys. But if you guys got any questions, put them down now, because I will answer them. And I'm gonna be trying to stream like every day this week except for Saturdays. Um, So to just kind of test it out. So like Monday, I'm gonna test out every hour. So Monday will be at 12. Tuesday will be at 1. Wednesday will be at 3. Um. Okay. I'll try then. I can ask. Okay. I'll try Sunday though. But I'm gonna have to go up my hours and see which gets me the best views. Because I remember I had to do that 3 times to find my algorithm time. Because every time I got flagged, it changed. Like the first time, it was like 3 and it went to 5, and then the second time it went from 5 to 6, and then it went from 6, sorry, to 7, and then it went from 7 down to like 2. That's where I recently was at, and now I gotta find it back where it was. So right now I'm trying 7. A lot of YouTube channels getting a lot of views right now. I think YouTube is changing things around. I think YouTube is not caring about the small content creators because the big ones are paying their bills. I think that's why. I honestly wish there was another place just like YouTube, because ever since like the COVID 4 years from 2020 to 2024, I think YouTube got way overpopulated. I think YouTube is too big now. It's kind of became like a TikTok, and YouTube doesn't have the best background. I hear a lot of people saying they get. How long is the blue car on the track? This guy? Um, it's huge. It is a foot exactly. Geez, I didn't think that was that big. But we're gonna run 3 trains, and I was gonna have you guys pick. One of them is gonna be the BC rail, so pick a steam and a diesel. And if you don't know the exact names, just pick a color, anything except yes, 1 foot. And these are even bigger because they're connected. They have to be. So about 19.5 inches. So if you don't know, Santa Fe F7. Oh my gosh. I saw your post, dude, and I was like, gosh. Okay, and daylight. Well, sorry, transit plane. Somebody else has got to choose. This one? F7. Alright. Alright, someone choose a steam or a diesel, and if you don't know the name, just have a color. And except pink. Pink or like white. Because I don't have any whites. I guess if it has, just choose, and if it doesn't have it, then I will just say no. So choose one. How long will you be on tonight? I'm gonna end around 7:45, so 10 minutes. So I'm getting some people, and I just need to help out the algorithm, man. I'm so like sad because I worked so hard to get my first payment, and then as soon as I got I think as soon as I got my first payment, I remember I was telling you transit planes. It almost took me 3 months to pay it out, and I was like, I bet you they don't pay me at this point because everything was starting to drop. All my views were down, and I was like, I don't know what happened, but I bet you they don't pay me or something. But choose a train, any color except pink. And keep in mind, we got 2 train videos coming out. But they don't think they're wrong, so it doesn't matter, dude. They're perfect. Alright, come on, somebody choose a color, please. Except pink. Please do not do pink. Because I don't have a pink train. I'm thinking about doing a Colorado Avalanche themed train though, like the Colorado one. But I don't want it in a F7 shell. I want it to be like rather a steamer, or I want it to be like a diesel. Like I want it to be like a CSX. But I'll have to put like the Avs logo here, and then I want like some wavy red, white, and blue lines. Okay. Yeah, same with me, dude. But it doesn't matter because I got like seriously like 30 videos lined up. But I have hesitated to edit because what's the point of posting it? Try to stay at the same time. Really? Where'd you see that? Try to stay at the same time for your live streams. Okay, I'll try again at like 7:20 like I did today. So choose a color, please. Choose a random color, or I'll just have to choose. We're about to only have time for 2, so we need to get. When we do a collab, I'll run my F7. Okay, cool. Purple. Okay, dude. I don't think I got purple either. Sorry. I don't have purple. I don't have purple. Purple. Yeah, I'll run. You run your newest, and I'll run my newest for the starters. Which would it be? Will push your channel to others if you keep it the same time. Okay. Um, just asking, where'd you see that? Because I see a lot of. Isn't the British? No, it's dark blue. Yeah, I was looking at that one too, and I was like, maybe no. I don't know, really. All right, next thing, we're gonna get a purple piece of rail equipment. That's the next goal. Purple rail equipment. That'd be fun. My mom's favorite color is purple, so that'd be cool. Do we have anything purple? I swear we do. No, doesn't look like it. That's crazy. Oh, the camera does a lot of weird things. So I'll tell you something. So YouTube Shorts and live streams changes like everything. The quality is like way worse on Shorts. And like if you take a thumbnail with your phone camera on your camera versus YouTube, like the YouTube one will be all like blurry and grainy and look like you're doing this, like shaking it, like at the last minute. But and then your normal one, even with the shaky, is I hate to admit, but my hands are always like they're always so shaky, so I can never get a straight photo. But even with the straight, as shaky my hands are, I still get a pretty clear photo. It's like way crazy. Nice. It is true sticking. Okay, well I will try it. So I'm gonna try streaming around every night around 7:20 and see what happens. So tonight I got about 4 views and 4 likes. So we'll see. But it's kind of funny though, because it just is how hilarious how many times I've proved it. We're just gonna run these 2 because change the planes. Pick a color, go, hurry. I think it's just as funny because I've done 2 channels who will both go boom, boom, like the first 2 minutes, and then I'll come here and I'll be like. But unfortunately, the only way to work back is to keep going and going and going and going. But it's also weird too. I found shorts will do really well, but larger videos and live streams have flopped. I've never really done well with live videos ever. I kind of was doing all right, and then it really didn't really work. next train I'm gonna get is this, the Pretty Plains Dash 9 back. I think that's gonna be the next one. That one or the Colorado train, because I really think the Colorado train is the one I miss the most. But and it's the cheapest one to get fixed. It's like $10 because they're really inexpensive F9s or F7. Sorry. Trains and planes. If you don't know which train to get, since you really like these, I say you get the Baltimore, Ohio version. That's or no, get the red. I mean, get the yellow and blue Baltimore. Get the yellow and blue Santa Fe, just like this. Go look up Santa Fe F7s, and you'll find them. And don't buy old ones because they are cheap and assholes. They'll have no better luck than the GS Force. They're a little better than GS Force. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, oh, what? Okay. And unlike last year, we're gonna be able to do an Easter live stream. I'm just gonna do trains tomorrow because we're gonna like run one and then be out of time. But last year I wasn't able to do an Easter live stream, and I really wanted to. Do you guys celebrate Easter in the UK? Hey, I was gonna ask you that. I don't remember. I didn't know. I never. But last year we had a huge layout issue where I literally had to replace this whole side and the inside of the tunnel. So I was trying to get it done that night, and I was just so mentally drained. Oh, a B unit, yeah. Oh, I always see these for really cheap on eBay, and they're in like all kinds of different paint schemes. But hey, my Colorado. Oh, my Colorado. Dang it. Where'd my toothpicks go? I bet they spilled everywhere, didn't they? Oh wait, they disappeared. Hey, this is an F7. This is like one of my favorite trains because I made it myself. I did it myself. But I think I'm gonna end the stream in 2 minutes because I'm gonna try. Maybe I found mine for 31 euros. Um, I think that'll be about 25 in US dollars. It's like 5 or 10 bucks less. Remember, I bought something in UK money for like 100, and it was like 80. I think it's different, like 5% less. But I just have to Google it. Just be like, what is 31 euros in American dollars, and it will be like, unless you have Siri. I mean, she's pretty dumb, but she at least tells you that. So, but I have a question though, Dan, because I wonder if I messed it up too, because normally I would stream from like, because I'm thinking, okay, if I do it at the same times, so let's say I do 720 to 745, but what if I'm getting a lot of views? Do I go over or just keep managing 745? And then slowly go like 46, 47, 48, 49 until I slowly get more in there. Because I don't want to like get a bunch of views and then go to 8 o'clock and then I'll go back to 0 views. Because I bet you that's like a whole like little ticky tack thing that you're gonna have to do. Let's see, hang on. Alright, it says it's $35.68. So yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, so I'll see you Sunday.